How's it going, everybody? Hopefully, this pops on here. I can't see anything yet, but okay, there we are. Hopefully, you can hear me. Let me know if you can, if you're coming on tonight. We're trying to do the software again with OBS, so bear with me as I get this set up. It takes me just a minute to kind of get everything ready, but yeah, it's Christmas week. It's always exciting. I don't know about you guys, but this time of year, especially with young children, is really joyous. We had a wonderful day at church today, children's program, and like all that fun stuff, kind of like the yearly traditions. And so I always enjoy that part of it as well. Let's see here. Okay, there we go. Okay. So we got Matthew in the house. We got Jonathan Tarr in the house. Can you guys hear me? Hopefully you can hear me. Leave me a comment if you can. Just want to make sure that the sound is okay. I'm still getting used to this software, so I just kind of want to make sure that everything is good. Jonathan says, Merry early Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too. I really appreciate you guys popping on here tonight. I don't have too much to talk about, but I do have just a couple things to let you guys know what's coming on the channel over the next couple days here. Short-staffed at work. One of my employees, he always goes away for Christmas vacation, which is totally fine. It's normally a slow week for me, but if I don't get videos out when I say that I'm going to, just know that that's probably why. However, I have a video coming out hopefully tomorrow, just kind of recapping some different things some good things about 2020, things that I'd like to kind of encourage you guys to be thinking about the end of the year in a different way, reflecting in a different way. So that's coming. And then I also have the final video for this year's blight map, or Kittanning property improvement map is what I call it now, to kind of like take away the negative connotations of it. But I have all the final numbers for what that looks like. We had a really, really wonderful year as far as the residential properties in Kittanning improving. I shouldn't say I was surprised by the numbers, but I was very pleasantly surprised, would maybe be the right word. I was satisfied with the numbers that we had, and it takes a lot for me to be satisfied with progress. I'm always wanting more. I always expect more of myself and more of our teams, and it's maybe one of my biggest like negatives about myself as my personality. But I'm never really satisfied. But I'm really happy, especially given the year that it's been, where we are as a city, and I think that we're well on our way to achieving our goals for Kittanning 300. There are some other things that are still kind of in the background. Updates on Hope Center, updates on this building that I'm trying to purchase that I'm hoping will be happening over the next few weeks. And so it's been very, very much delayed. We're like over a month and a half later than when I was supposed to be closing on it. And so I can't wait to share that with you guys as soon as it is available. But I wanted to at least let you guys know that that's still in the works. It hasn't fallen through entirely yet. I don't anticipate that it will fall through, but it's just taking a really long time between lawyers. And if you guys have ever tried to close on a property before, you maybe kind of know what I'm talking about. But just kind of is what it is at this point. I'm hoping it'll still happen in 2020, but if it doesn't, that's okay too. So, anyways, what are you guys doing? What do you have planned for Christmas? What do you guys have going on in the coming days? Is there anything special that you guys have planned in Kittanning? Or maybe you're not even going to be in Kittanning. Maybe you're going to go somewhere else for Christmas. We're actually planning on staying home. Some of our family's going to come over. If Governor Wolf is listening, it's not going to be more than 10 people. I swear, like pinky promise. But other than that, just wanted to put that out there. Hopefully he and Miss Levine don't show up to my house. Let's see if I can bring comments up on the screen here. Sorry, I wish I was better at this. I'm just not yet. Okay. Jonathan says he's working for Christmas. I can bring the comments up on the screen here. Working Christmas, boo. I haven't had to work Christmas in a long, long time. Actually, I don't know that I've ever had to work Christmas, now that I think about it. I worked a lot of jobs in my day, but I don't think I've ever worked anywhere that had to be open at Christmas time. Even in high school, I worked retail. We were always closed on Christmas. I think even Walmart's closed on Christmas. Where are you working on Christmas Day? I feel like you should have the day off that day. But anyways, my office will be closed, and what a cool year as well. You have both Christmas and New Year's on Friday, so you can't ask for anything better than that, for me at least. You get a 3-day weekend both days, plus you have the you have the day before. At least in the insurance world, banking world, all those worlds, nobody's doing much on Christmas Eve, and nobody's doing much on New Year's Eve day either. So it's almost like I'll still go to work on those days, but it's almost like a 4-day weekend. At least it feels that way most of the time. It's even better than Thanksgiving in that respect. Plus, at the same time, I get to spend the time with my kids, spend the time with family, and hopefully, get to just like play with toys and like do all those awesome things. My kids are 7, 6, 4, and 3, and so it's like it's a fun year. Jonathan says, the joy of my full-time job being in the towing industry. Okay, well, that makes sense. You've probably been real busy with the weather over the last few days, I would assume. We have our first white Christmas on the way here in the last, I believe, 3 years. I'd show you guys some pictures today, but my kids and I this afternoon, like yesterday, I spent baking cookies, and then today in the afternoon, I just wanted to sit on the couch, honestly, and just kind of chill. And my kids were like, can we go outside and play in the snow? And I was like, yeah, go ahead. And they're like, no, we want you to come out and play in the snow. So I went out and we built this massive snow fort in the front yard. If you guys are on my Instagram or Facebook, you'll probably see a picture over the next, maybe even tonight. Maybe I'll get it up. But I made we rolled the snowballs in, and then they all kind of filled in the edges of all the gaps. So they have like a snow fort that's almost as big as our dining room. And then on top of that, I built them a big doorway. And so I made a full arch out of snow. It's an engineering marvel, I have to tell you. It's really it's something to behold. So you'll have to follow me on Instagram and let me know when you see the picture. Matthew says, I'm bummed. You all probably hate the snow, but I'm dying to be a part of it. I actually really enjoy the snow. I'm from Minnesota originally, so the snow is like second nature to me. And, I really enjoy snow up until New Year's. And then at that point, it starts to wear a little bit. Not that I don't dislike the cold or anything like that, but I'm like ready for spring at that point. Even though winter's just started, I'm ready for spring. And what's made that even worse is having the garden, because now I have this great desire to just start the garden again. And I know I should probably just enjoy the time off, January and February, but I really love it. I love to be outside, and I love springtime. Like the end of spring, the month of May is probably my favorite. Into June, like that March towards the longest day. And then it's like the year gradually gets worse from there. But seriously, I love setting up the garden. I'm really excited because this year, that's one other big announcement that we have coming, but I guess I wasn't even going to talk about that yet. But we have we have some big plans for community garden coming. And I know some of you don't care about that at all, but some of you are going to be very excited about that, as I am. And the community garden looks like it's coming back for 2020, and it's going to be bigger than ever, better than ever, and more permanent than ever, because we're looking at purchasing a property. We're real close on that as well. So this has been like a year of property acquisition. We got the church this year and buying this building this year, and then hopefully we'll have the garden, which almost certainly won't happen this year, but hopefully we'll have the garden sometime by mid-January, and then we'll be able to do full-on planning for what a huge community garden is going to look like for this year. And it's like, I'm really, really excited about it. It's going to be a good property. It's close to the church. Kind of checks all the boxes for us. The only bad part about it is it looks like the soil on it is garbage. I haven't verified that yet because I don't want to go dig up a property that I don't own yet. But we're pretty soon we'll have some answers on what that's going to look like. And then our homeschool group is hopefully going to be able to help us in planning that and helping us in building it. We have some really wonderful kids that are part of our homeschool co-op, and they kind of poured their heart and soul into the last one, and so it was heartbreaking for all of us when that got kind of pulled out from under us. And we're just excited to see it come back. Jonathan says, yes, past few days have been fun. I'm sure. Pittsburgh drivers in snow. I mean, it's not as bad as the South because a lot of them know what they're doing. But in Minnesota, I feel like people are like professionals driving in the snow. And I love driving in the snow. It's actually like one of my favorite things. So the only sad part is I can't drive the truck anymore because there's no 4-wheel drive. It's 2-wheel drive and it's rear-wheel drive, which is just it's a bad combination in the snow with a light truck. Bust says, is there an ordinance in town for keeping your sidewalk clean? Yesterday, the old thrift drug sidewalk was not cleaned at all, just a path from people walking through it. So yes, there is an ordinance. It's probably not enforced like every other ordinance that we have, but maybe they're working on it. But my understanding is you have 24 hours from the time of a snowstorm to be able to get it to some kind of walkable condition. So if you do have a complaint that you want to put forward, I would suggest calling the borough tomorrow when they open, see if maybe someone could come down and take a look at it and encourage the owners to do that. I'm not sure, what's the old thrift drug? Are you talking the Rite Aid building on Market Street? Because that wouldn't be surprising because that's a vacant building, but they do still have a responsibility to have it clean. So, and in that case, I would definitely call the borough and make sure that that happens. But that being said, there is some grace there for me for sure, because it's a struggle for me, not so much at State Farm, but it was a struggle for us at the church because it was our first year having the building and our first year trying to coordinate those kinds of things. And we got the snow blowers out for the first time. We got the parking lot cleared, and so there's some logistics there to get used to, but we were able to get it done between a few of us. And that was quite a bit of snow as well, so it's understandable if it's more difficult in that case to get it cleared off. But certainly it's been, 5 days since the storm, so I would think by now they would have it figured out, but who knows. Yeah, that would be my next step for you, would be call the borough office and see if the codes officer would be able to go out and take a peek tomorrow, or one of the police officers. They have the ability, I believe, to write warnings for that and hopefully get it done. So yeah, the Rite Aid building. Okay, that's what I thought. Any plans for Christmas, you guys? I know we have 7 people on here right now, so not too many on tonight. Although I am pretty late, so that's understandable. But any thoughts on any of that stuff? If not, we're at 15 minutes already, so I'm probably going to jump off here and just encourage you guys to be watching out for the videos. I'm going to be working on one tonight, the one that'll hopefully come out tomorrow, and you guys can check that out. It should be coming very soon. And then we have another, sorry, it was giving me a warning message there. And then I'll have that final numbers for the for our blight remediation map. I don't know what else to call it, but Kittanning property improvement map. I'll have that final results for you for 2020 coming before Christmas Day. So I'll have both of those videos up here by the end of the week. And then hopefully maybe some kind of fun family Christmas video in the meantime as well. Other than that, I'm going to jump off here, you guys. I hope you enjoy the rest of your night, and I will see you very, very soon. God bless you guys. Talk to you later.